that everything's a go. Like this one, ready? See how we're starting it? I'm like, this is, we're not talking on this podcast. It's
I mean,
Hi everyone, welcome.
hello.
This is our new segment called Miming. We're adding at the beginning. Let me know if you love it. It's been definitely a while. This is actually a famous mime, so don't mind her. Just keep. She's gonna do what she does. Season 3, episode 8. It's been a while. I hope everyone had an amazing holidays. I know I did. Mama D did. She definitely spoiled everybody. Everyone was going so good. New Year, we're back. We're ready in action. So thank you for joining us, checking back in. Remember, it's every Thursday, the Fresh Up podcast, 7 p.m. And Mama D took the place of my guest. If you're here looking for my original guest, she wasn't able to make it. She canceled. I hate people that cancel, but you know what? Mama D's better anyways, so it was a come up.
I'm cuter. What can I say?
You're like, an amen.
The universe was just in demand of my presence.
I know. It just happened.
They're
to
like,
happen.
we need Mama D. It's a
What's
vibe.
that over there, Lenny? All right, so we're going to first start with, I don't know if you follow us on social media. Well, I mean, me, I'm hoping, unless you just randomly stumbled across this page. But we just came back kind of, how long ago from Tulum? Oh, this is my mom. If you're new checking into this podcast and you're not sure, this is my actual mother, like birth mother. She gave birth to me.
She's the one sperm that made
Oh
it out of the
my
whole
God.
batch.
And look, if you guys can count how many times, guess how many times she said that since she learned about that phrase, I'll literally give you
I can do
$1,000.
I can do it. The little where's the choo-choo train?
Thomas, the
I think I can. I
what's his
think I
name?
can. I
Thomas
think I
the
can.
Train?
So she was
Lenny, you need to speak into that mic,
when
boy.
she was swimming up my canals, my ovaries. She was the one little sperm that said, "I think I can. I think I can. I think
Yes.
I can. I think I can." And then she made it to the
Yes,
winning
but
line.
she's my actual mom. I have to be detailed because a lot of people are like, "What do you mean, like your mom? Like a what mom?" I'm like a real mom.
Like a
They're
mom.
like a house mom, like at a strip club. I'm like, no.
Oh shit! I never thought about that, huh?
I know, huh? They're like, yeah, it could be anything. So I'm like, yeah, my actual mother, birth mother. We have gone on so many trips, so many. And I first want to start with our last, well, I guess our second to last one. Our last one was Miami. Should we start with that one? I want to reiterate, like, I want to go over everything and just let
Can
you
we
guys
not-
know the details and all that.
I wasn't even present in Miami.
So we went to Miami for New Year's Eve, New Year's. We've been there before.
Oh yeah, we love Miami.
So I guess where do we start? I mean, it was a girls' trip.
It was a last minute trip. I didn't have any plans for New Year's, and
And everybody in their moms was out
no,
there.
literally everyone on my girlfriends was seriously like going to Miami, going to Miami, going to Miami. And I actually wanted to kind of keep it low key and chill. And I was like, okay, well, if I don't get a date for New Year's, I'm gonna go to Miami.
Yeah, Mama D was so convinced. By the way, mind you, Valentine's is coming up. So everyone, I know I've been offering her on dates since Thanksgiving, since Christmas, since New Year's Eve. But this is your chance now, okay? This is your big chance. But you got to outdo me because we always get each other stuff for Valentine's. So
Yeah, like seriously, like she'll make me breakfast. I'll have like flowers and balloons. Like literally, like
Wait,
who
what
needs a
about
boyfriend when you
you're
get your daughter?
having a bad day and I got you the roses with the chocolates bouquet?
Oh, it was so
Chocolate
beautiful. I've been like, I happened to post, throughout the week. It was like roses, and I was literally thinking like, I haven't had a guy give me roses in at least like 2.5, 3 years. I don't know. So the last person I was with, and I was like, holy shit, like 2 years is a long time to go without getting roses. And I was like, damn, I would really like, that would be really like, I would really love to have like roses. And so I was having a bad week, and I was really emotional, and I had a bad day. And my daughter was at the house, and she was like, hey, Mom, because I didn't really want to be alone. And she's like, well, I have to go do something real quick, like up in the valley. You just want to come with me? I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah. I was like, that was my bet. That was like me trying to surprise her.
Yeah, and I had no idea where we're going. I seriously thought that I was just going to be in the car with her. And I was just like, chilling in the car. And she got out. She went to go get something. And she came back in. And she had this bouquet, and it's like half roses and half like chocolate covered strawberries. And I was like looking at it like, wow. I thought she like grabbed it for somebody else. I didn't know it for me.
I know. I'm
And
like, don't touch.
Yeah, and then she was like, here, Mom. And I was like, she's like, this is for you. She's like, because I know you're having a bad week. And I just started crying.
So sweet.
Like, it was so needed. Like, my,
I'm like, oh.
like my heart and soul, like, literally just melted. Like, I felt so loved. And I felt like so, like everything I was trying to create and be is like I thought that was so thoughtful, you know, like when somebody's like, okay, she's had a really bad week or she's been sad. Like when somebody does something nice for me, like for me, it's like kind of a rare moment. I'm always like,
Yeah.
like I always feel like I'm doing always for other people. So that somebody thought of me, like it did something nice for me, like it means so much. Like I take it to heart, like 100%, you know, because I'm always like, God, I always feel the opposite. So.
Oh, and then your
it
friend
meant so
Nikki
much.
Jolie. I don't know if you guys know Nikki Jolie, but she also just randomly, right, got you the, what are those roses called? The ones that
A
last
million
a
roses?
year or they live.
A million roses?
And she got like the big expense. I think they're like minimum $600. So
Yeah.
she got her like a big one.
Big
so,
red ones,
yeah.
big red roses. I was like,
And for no reason, I'm like, dang, okay. Mama D is loved, definitely. But you don't need a boyfriend. I've been told you.
Hi, sisters.
Oh, did she? Oh, see, Mama D.
I wasn't in
Oh,
town.
but Mother's Day is last May, so that's probably why it's a while ago. You probably don't remember.
But I wasn't in town either, I don't think.
We need a mic if you guys are gonna talk, just because I don't want them to hear nothing.
Oh.
I sound all bossy. I'm like, so you're gonna need to get a mic and run that back.
Okay.
Oh, or not. Okay. I'm like, I just want people to hear.
Yeah,
otherwise.
to
Sorry,
talk about what
everyone.
we're talking
Our
about.
audience and amigos and uncle are talking. I just wanted y'all to hear, so you don't hear silence.
So thank you, Jasmine, for always being so empathetic and compassionate and thoughtful. It really, literally
No, a
changed
lot of
my
people-
whole world.
None would probably say I'm empathetic, but
No, I wouldn't either.
I know you're like one rare moment. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it.
I think with each other we are, like for certain
Okay.
things. But
Alright,
other things
so-
were like very tough love. Like, oh, we're always like, oh, whatever.
So that was all right. So that was. Let's backtrack a little.
Okay, so,
she
okay,
is- wait, but she is free for Valentine.
We should do like a raffle.
I'll
Highest
kinda
bidder.
preview. What do you guys? I don't even know if she has a type really. She'll take whatever.
I do have a type. You have to be super alpha male.
Or you're just picky. But
Well, I mean,
that's
picky. I
another-
mean, picky in the sense of like, I mean, I have to be with
you
somebody.
just don't like anyone. Anytime you're on a date, you're like, I don't like him. You're like, whatever.
It's like a connection.
True.
There has to be like a connection. Like I have to like, you might be really good looking, or you have a lot of money, or like, I don't know. Just there has to be this connection of like our souls are like just like looking into each other's souls and like dancing toe to toe, like in the galaxies from like ancient lifetimes. If it ain't like that, I don't want it. How have I been single so long?
It's just you and Bally forever. Your doggy.
And you.
That
Forever.
part too.
Ever, ever, ever.
All right, so back to the
ever.
Miami trip. I just want to
was-
remind.
oh, how about there was no flights? There was no flights out.
The last time she is free for Valentine's. Okay, back to Miami.
Going once.
I know.
Going twice.
No takers. All right, cut the podcast off. Cut the podcast off. All right, I'll pay you to take her on a date.
I'll tell you what to buy her, what I know she likes. I'll set up the perfect date for you. You can just go, show up.
Yes, exactly.
So Miami
Don't
was.
take her to Miami. She's tired of it. So
Yeah,
we'll find
no.
out.
So Miami was extremely last minute, and it was literally like on the moment, like it was like the day before or something. There was 2 days before, and we were like, okay, let's do Miami. Like, and then my other girlfriends were like, let's go. Nobody else had dates either, so we're like, everyone, let's go. So we all tried to book tickets actually for the day before, after that. But every single flight for the entire week was sold out, other than New Year's Eve. So I'm not a 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. flight person. Like, I'll go a day early just so I could take an afternoon flight and get there.
I've actually learned to kind of love it, right, man? You too or no?
I
You too or no?
hate waking up early for flights.
Can you pass in the mic, please? No, you got the mic.
Yeah, that makes
Or does
sense.
the mic
Yes,
got
you're right.
You're
Is it on? Is it on?
I don't know. Is it
Why
on?
did that sound so
Yeah.
mechanical?
On, Abe?
Yes, you're right, Jasmine.
No, I'm gonna
Yeah.
make you talk more right
Yeah,
now. You thought you were done.
I've been having
Do
to wake
you
up
like
early.
the early flights that early?
Yeah, I don't mind it because you can sleep.
But what
I stay
about-
up
what did we say
all
about
night.
there's
I'll stay up
no-
all night watching TV or playing video games, and then when I get on the plane, I'm asleep the whole
And
way.
then there's no
'Cause I
traffic.
can't stand flying. I hate it.
No traffic.
No traffic on the way there. It's like 15 minutes. You're at the airport.
Oh, that's right.
Like none. It's like literally 15
And they're
minutes.
always
When can you ever get
always
to
the
LAX?
cheapest flights.
Never.
Except the bars aren't open though. We went.
Oh my
The
God,
bars.
Ella, isn't that our terrible?
Yeah.
We're
Okay,
like,
hold on.
No bar.
Exactly. So do not go on an early morning flight.
Yeah,
And the
that's
bars
it.
are not
If you'd
open.
like
They
to
don't serve
drink.
alcohol on the flights unless you're first class.
Yeah.
So
I
Yeah.
know what. I don't get what
And
the
some of
point
the
of
restaurants,
that is.
some of the restaurants aren't
I
open
don't get
either.
how none of them
Because
are
we were
open.
looking
Not
for
even the
food.
the
Even
food
the
stores.
breakfast spots aren't open.
I don't get though how on the flight that alcohol is served in first, but because of COVID, not in economy. Like economy people like have more COVID than first class.
but they
people.
have like sodas and waters. Like they're still like
What
all
do you think?
wrapped.
I'm like, I wonder, like, why'd you guys just cut the alcohol?
Oh, you know, I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say something, but
We gotta ask
I don't know.
Noeli's sister, who was a flight attendant.
oh, I know.
Because they just don't want you drinking as much.
I know,
When,
they
you- when,
just
you-
want you
when
drinking.
alcohol,
Maybe
they-
you get like 3 or 4 drinks.
They don't want people to be
They don't want
feisty
people-
and
Because
taking their mask
When you have
off
their
and
mask
keeping
off, you
them
have to
off,
have your mask off to
and then
drink.
talking
anyway.
back when they're drunk.
Yeah,
Like
and
I don't want to put my mask
but
back
first
on.
class people don't get feisty.
No,
I
they
mean,
really
they've been
don't.
there before.
I feel like first class is like kind of like bougie.
Says the woman who's been kicked out of the Emiratis bar. You don't get feisty. Her and her girlfriend got kicked out, and we're told, and we're like, sit down, and you cannot serve you no more alcohol.
So the flights to Dubai, we have business class where you do the lay down beds. So it's like 3 levels to the airplane. So the middle level is business class, but in the back there's a whole entire like room this big, with a bar and a buffet of
Stand up. You
desserts,
just
little
stand up, like-
little sandwiches and everything, and a full on bar with a real bartender. And everybody goes in the back and starts drinking and hanging out. Well, me and my friends got kicked out. We had to go back to our little beds, and we were
Yeah.
like confined to our beds the rest of the trip. And we're like, so we're going to the bathroom.
So Mama D was like, I'm just gonna fart up a storm, and that's on y'all.
Imagine.
Yeah, you can't kick me out for gas.
Yeah, we were just being loud. They're like, you guys are being too loud. I was like, well, we're fucking drunk. We've been on this flight for 16 hours. What the fuck do you think we're going to do? What the heck? We're going crazy.
Mama D, you're like, are we too drunk or are you too sober? You're like,
Exactly.
let's find this out.
But the goal is to do Emiratis first class because they have a spa, like a spa.
Right,
an-
Mama D.
A
We're
massage
all
spa
gonna do
on
Emiratis
the
first class
on their
right now.
first floor that they're at, and their actual
Well,
like
that's
cabins.
the goal, Mama D.
You can even like go into your friend's cabin and like lay with them. Like the bed's that big.
Like you can make love with your lover.
We could shoot some OnlyFans content.
Oh, Mama D's all thinking. She's like, no, I'm thinking money.
I'm
but
thinking money. I'm always thinking money. Always, always.
So sorry, I keep
So we end up,
interrupting. Miami.
so we get to Miami, and I mean it was just the party trip.
Everything was fun. Everything seems fully open.
Everything was open.
What else? I mean, I'm trying to think what else was there. The food was amazing, except when I fell really hard on my butt in the Komodo restaurant.
Oh, and then we
I
got
do
in a
wanna share
fight.
about the Komodo restaurant that I fell super hard because I guess someone spilled their drink on the stair. And I don't know if no one saw or cleaned it up. So, like, I'm just walking down and they're marble. So, like, I slipped really hard and I hurt my butt, like, so bad, like, extremely bad bruise. And the security sees, and the only thing he says is, because my mask fell a little bit, he's like, put your mask on. He, like, yells at me. And I'm like, I just fucking fell. What the fuck? And he's like, put your mask on. Like, didn't even help me or nothing. So, I do not like that establishment anymore. I left a Yelp review, and you guys do not support it.
Everyone feel free to go leave a bad Yelp.
That's what I can't. That's everyone's. I don't know how to like approach it or how to do it, but I took photos of my butt after. No, not at all. That was we had just barely left the room. Yeah, I had one.
Oh yeah, we just got to the club, and we
wasn't it-
walked in. It sucked, and we were gonna go to a different club, and we walked back out, and she was going down the stairs. Yeah, and she like
It was like
slipped.
it's marble and it was completely wet. No,
Yeah,
it was just
no.
completely wet and it was a marble stair, so it just slipped. And I was in sandals, flat flip flops, so it's not like I was in heels.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it was like, yeah, so don't, I'm like, I'm going to look into the suing part, so. I have photos.
We went to the next club. In the next club, we had an incident where someone disrespected somebody in the group. So I got in a fight with somebody.
No, say.
And then we were like on the staircase thing. So I ended up falling down the stairs. And then everyone else jumped in. But this fight, yeah, with the guy. Yeah. You see the bruises I have?
No, they should have caught your baby no hands.
I still have bruises on my ribs a little bit. Well, I went off on him, and obviously he was swinging back. Yeah, and then I ended up falling down the stairs, and then Christine jumped in and smashed that motherfucker up. And then everybody else jumped in.
And then they just grabbed him, and I think threw him out.
And then they threw him out.
But, however, I'm like, the rest of the Miami trip.
Don't piss me off.
That's not, I'm like, everything was kind of just, it was cool. It was fun, packed. Sadly, we only made it to the beach once, but.
Oh, yeah, we
That's
didn't
it.
make it to the beach at all.
But what I really wanted to talk about was our Tulum trip, which was before that one.
It was magic. Little magic song thing.
You def got to
We
stock
can
up
do
on the
magic.
bug spray.
We can do anything
I don't even know that song.
that you desire. You know gone well. I can cast
I
a
don't know.
spell. I love Tulum. I absolutely love Tulum.
What song is
I feel like I've been there multiple lifetimes. I loved everything about Tulum.
Okay, I wanted to bring up mainly on the trip that we went to a bunch of cenotes, which we love. But I wanted to bring up, Ala, remember that when we all had, after the first
Give her the
cenote,
mic.
me and our group, after our group that we went to the first cenote we went to,
Oh, that's right. Here, you want to say
Cenote-
real quick? I'm going to pee.
Okay, go. Yeah,
Cenote de Calavera, Cenote Calavera? Something like a skull cenote. Ala's ready, and I was like, you can't come back in.
Oh, this is a surprise cameo.
I know.
I came ready.
Okay, so let's talk about the first cenote that we all. First of all, it was like, wasn't it scary? And it was all black inside, like pitch black.
Yeah, no, it was.
It was already
we
like a
got
scary
there,
looking one.
We got there and we're like, I'm like, what is this? This looks like a house, right? And I remember we were going through the wrong way, and he was like, no, it's this way.
Oh yeah.
And then
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the entrance was really cute. Remember, we took pictures. We were on the swings. And then the guy was watching us shower. Remember?
Oh yeah. He was like, but he wanted to make sure he rinsed off.
Yeah. So
But
if
wasn't
you,
it scary though?
Yeah,
remember
okay,
it
so-
was just like the one hole.
So we got there, and it was a huge hole, and it was like the stairs, like
Yeah,
these, like,
yeah.
wooden stairs, and as soon as we started, like, okay, we're gonna jump in, and I told you this, Jasmine, because I told you, I'm very like, I'm down, let's do it. But there's a video too. That's the sad.
Oh,
That's the
you
funny part of the
didn't.
video that I didn't jump. Remember? But look it. Okay, to my defense, I took a shot and I told Jasmine, don't jump. I'll jump in there with you. We're gonna hold hands. And when I got to the top, something just
You had a
came
bad
over
feeling?
me. It just came over me like I had the most craziest
shit.
fear. And I remember you jumped and I just let you go.
Yeah.
And you were mad and I'm just like, and then Teresa's like, jump. And I was like, I'm scared. And she's like, just jump already, jump. And I remember everyone was like, jump. So I jumped and I was scared. And I don't know if you remember, I didn't even swim. I just went straight up the stairs.
Oh yeah.
So when we came up,
How crazy.
the guy I was telling him, I was like, well, you know, what about the cenote and everything? And then the guy said, oh, well, this cenote was discovered 36 years ago. And this cenote was where the Mayans used to come and make sacrifices.
Human
I thought they did it at all the
Human
cenotes.
sacrifices.
No, it wasn't all of them.
No, not all of them. It was just that
okay.
one. It was this specific one. And then I said, okay. And he's like, yeah, still to this day, we discover skulls and, bones
Human
around here, human
bones.
remains, because it's like barely 36 years. And a lot of the other cenotes have already been out for like 100, 200, 300
Yeah.
years. So that was scary. And
I
then
thought that was so
But wait,
cool.
she said that when we first jumped in, that she didn't jump in right away because she had like a bad feeling. I'm like, so
I
that
had
kind
this
of.
huge
I mean,
fear over
We're
me.
getting to
No, I
somewhere
mean,
with this, guys.
yeah.
Bear
Like
with us.
definitely, like I could for sure, you could feel the energies of everything that's ever happened there. But it
Yeah,
wasn't
it felt
that kind of
weird.
stuff doesn't scare me. Like it actually, like I'm so fascinated by the occult.
I was
So I
kind of
wanted to
taken
be
back.
in it and like
I was
talk to
taken
the
back.
spirit.
I was just like, really? And that's when, remember I told you, and I was translating, and I was like, well, he said that this was where they do human sacrifices, and they would come kill people here. And I told him, in the water? He's like, in the water, around the water. I'm like, I'm not going to get in that water anymore.
And so then the reason we bring this up is because then after that, everyone that we were all with, everyone except like what, one person
I think
or two.
Everybody.
Christine didn't. Everyone except one.
Christine,
After
Christine.
we went to that cenote, everyone had nightmares the rest of the trip.
Yes.
Every night.
I woke up one night and I was like soaked. And and my girl that was sleeping next to me, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I just had the worst dreams." I got up, I put water in my face, I drank water, I I went back to sleep, and then the next morning I told you I didn't sleep well because I had a bad dream. Yeah. And as soon as I said it, everyone was like, "We all have been having bad dreams."
Yeah. I wasn't gonna mention it because I'm like, "Oh, I had a bad dream. Like, what do they care?" And then you said it, I'm like, "I didn't." Everyone's like,
everybody's like, "I did too. I did too. I did too."
And they didn't even go in the cenote either.
But we were all around it. Yeah, we were all around it.
Yeah.
And then remember when I got home, I was like, I'm still having bad dreams.
And they went away, yeah.
Yeah, they went away. Yeah, but it was scary. That shit was scary. Yeah, but that was.
I haven't had any more nightmares since, but I've been having like I've been telling Lenny, I've been having like extremely vivid, like more vivid than I've ever had my whole life. Like they're just not nightmares or anything, but they're just so vivid.
Well, maybe that's the whole like your third eye opening and you're just becoming more aware consciously.
From the cenote?
I mean, it could possibly be from that.
Oh.
But I think just in period, like right now, like with all the full moons and like the cosmic changings with the moons and the planets and everything, that right now, like everyone's consciousness is like on a whole new level. So dreams is the number one place, especially if you have vivid dreams. It has a lot to do with the phases of the moon.
Yeah,
and your third eye opening.
Extremely. Like I've never had them so clear as like.
But they also could be visions.
I remember every night, each one, and I've always usually never that much like remember each night, every dream.
They could be just visions too, messages you're getting. The fact that they're that clear and that vivid.
Like I have,
sure,
I've been every morning. I'm like I had a dream about this and that, and I remember them all the time. I've had a lot of crazy dreams. I know. I'm like, does everyone in our audience today, Abe, no, do you guys have vivid dreams at all? Where's the mic?
They're not listening.
Right here.
Talk into it. No, he's.
Hey guys. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I'm showing her the cenote, the one that we went to.
Abe, do you have vivid dreams?
It was scary, girl.
You can pass Abe the mic.
Let's see. Oh yeah, my dreams are super vivid all the time. Especially when, I don't know. I think I find more of like when I'm meditating or the night before, or even like my naps. I know my naps. If I ever take, if and when I take a nap during the day, I'll have super vivid dreams. Whether it's and it's some shit I've never even like. I mean, maybe I'm sure I have maybe like subconsciously when I was younger, but like some. Like Mayan type shit, like end of the world. I'll like, I know my crazy dreams are I go like into like I leave Earth and I go into fucking other galaxies and I'm like flying through space and shit. It's crazy.
Maybe you're like astral traveling. It's called astral traveling.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I feel like I know I for sure have like certain gifts that I get with visions and feelings. Which I'm sure my brother gets.
Do you remember every night your dreams or not always?
No, not a lot of them. I literally like 10 seconds later, I'm like, damn, what did I just dream about? And then, yeah, seriously. And then, but other times, like, it's usually those ones that I go like off the planet or whatever. I'm in the astrological stuff. Those I can feel. It's like, it's not just a memory, but it's an emotion. Like literally talking about it right now, I feel like my body's like
that's crazy.
Opening up. It's weird. It's a sensation. It's almost a sensation or something. It's weird. Yeah.
Get a hold of yourself.
Yeah, it's weird. It feels like I don't know. It feels like
it though. No,
I think that's why I like it. I think it's because it's like a release almost, like not like a sexual release, just a release.
Nobody even thought that, brother.
Well,
but now that you said it,
everything on this.
We're so.
He's like. By the way, these are wet dreams, sex dreams.
Into my next segment. I
was in her galaxy.
You guys, I like.
I know.
I like to set that up.
It was cold and damp in there.
He's like, is this not about sex dreams? My bad. Pass the mic.
It's a real Milky Way.
talking.
Now, can you guys control your dreams?
Yes, yeah. I can fly on command whenever I want, almost.
So,
Wait, I've had.
like, do you know you're dreaming though?
Yes.
Do you know you're dreaming?
A lot of times, if it's a reoccurring dream, I catch it now. I know.
I've had a dream where if I don't like it, I'm like, oh my god, I'm dreaming. I'm like, wake up, and I'll wake up.
Same. I
Yeah.
do that all the time.
I say in my dream, I'm like, wake up, I'm dreaming, and I
Yeah.
wake up.
I can even wake up and then go back into it if I want. Sometimes.
But usually if I don't want to go back into it, I have to like
Yeah.
look at my phone.
Get up for a little bit.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
you fall
You'll
right
go
back
right back into it.
I'm like, isn't that trippy how the mind works? Like, how does it wake up and you're like, don't worry, we're waiting for you. Go back to sleep.
Do you guys ever still hear your dreams as you're waking up? Like
Yeah.
you can still kind of hear.
Yeah.
What was
Like,
going on?
It's like
middle
you're
ground.
like your body's kind of like
Yeah,
going back
it's like
into
it's going in
consciousness.
between the two. Yeah,
Yeah.
You still hear the dream. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I hear it all the time. Have you
Oh
guys
my God,
ever?
wait, what was the dream that I just had and I said Bunny was in it? And I woke up and we were in my
All right, guys,
my
whoever's
apartment, but
watching
Bunny
this,
was
tell
there,
me
remember?
tell us about your dreams.
I had a dream literally.
chat.
So I had a
Come
dream
on.
that I was in a dream and
Bianca,
I woke up
where are you?
in my apartment, but I
Chocolate
woke
Ice
up
20,
from my
where are
dream,
you?
but I was still in the dream. Isn't that trippy? So I was like, I woke up and I'm like, I was in my apartment and I'm like, and I look to my left and it's Bunny, but obviously it's Lonnie sleeping on my bed. And I see Bunny and I'm like, why is Bunny here? And then I'm like,
Bunny,
I don't
why are
know.
you here?
Yeah, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, and then I like woke up and I like, whew, it was like trippy because I'm like, oh shit. I was like just really tripping out.
That happens all the time.
Have you guys ever had demonic dreams?
Yeah, not.
No.
Oh, went into
When I was
Tulum.
little.
Wait, my nightmare in Tulum. My nightmare in Tulum. My nightmare in Tulum was really like probably the scariest dream I've ever had.
Take
Nightmare.
us through it, Chaz.
But
Take us through your dream.
it wasn't even like so like I said, like I'll wake up in my dream but in the same room. But I'm still in my dream. Like I wake up from
Yeah.
my dream still in the dream.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like
Like
a
a
dream within
Nightmare
a
on
dream,
Elm
like an
Street.
inception in a sense.
Yeah. So I'll wait. So in Tulum, I woke up and I'm in my exact room in Tulum, and I was sharing the room the whole time until that last night when I had the nightmare. I was sharing it with Teresa, and that last night she slept with you, so I was by myself, and I woke up from my dream, and I remember there being
No, actually, she didn't sleep with me. She slept with you.
no, she did sleep with you.
No, remember, she wouldn't sleep with me, so she went back
No,
to
that
your
was
room.
the second to the last night.
Oh, okay.
So then I woke up, and I remember like I like looked to my right, and then like I see like a girl like sitting crisscross applesauce like with her hair down like this,
Oh, like the ring.
but it wasn't really freaky. Like she was just sitting there and the hair was covered, and I'm like, why is Teresa just sitting here? Like why is she just sitting there while I'm like sleeping in the middle of the night? I thought maybe she had came back, so I move her hair like the hair, and like I moved like the face. And the face is just like this, like, I can't really describe it. It was like I guess you could say like a demonish face. It was like I had like a long jaw and it's like sharp teeth that were like protruding and like this. And like no eyes, but the eyebrow bones were like sticking out. And it didn't do anything though, but I saw its face and it was just sitting there like this. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I woke up and I stayed up for a little bit. And then we heard that really loud noise. And I remember it was like
Yeah.
a big boom, like against the wall. And we were dreaming at this point, by the way. I was like, and I'm by myself in the room, but everything's locked, and I'm like, oh my God. And I was waiting to hear somebody else get up.
We got
I
up.
didn't hear you get up, though.
We got up, and actually, I went out. So I think like as a mom, like you're half awake and you're half
It was
asleep.
loud. It was like if someone hit the
we were
side
like-
of our villa really hard, like.
No, like it's almost like the middle of our villa went shook. It's like something like smacked it
Boom.
in the middle. But you couldn't do it from any of the outside walls. Like it had to be from somebody inside.
I don't know. It could have been outside.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't outside because
I thought maybe it was our
I was
video
thinking-
guy. He dropped something. Maybe our video guy woke up, dropped something.
No, it was the middle of the night. And it was like literally like somebody went up to the wall and was like, boom.
It was
And
really hard.
I was like, what the fuck? So I got up real quick, me and Teresa, and we walked around. And I was
whole
like,
villa or no?
Yeah, with the whole thing. And we were like, did they not fucking hear this? Why are they not out of the bed?
Wait,
Everybody was still in the room.
Through the backside too? Through the back of like the dirt?
Well, it didn't come. Now, mind you, my bedroom was the nearest to the street. It was inside the villa. So it
Oh, I
wasn't.
know that. I
It
know
wasn't where like my head was. So there was no reason for me to walk outside into the street. But yeah, we checked the whole. We went to the villas. We went up to the rooms. We're checking on you guys. Like we're like listening.
So see, isn't that creepy? That happened literally right after I had that nightmare.
Yeah.
I was like up for a little bit. I'm like, let me just stay up for a bit, and then I heard the boom, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't hear you guys get out though, and obviously I'm
me
by
and Teresa
myself.
were like, does nobody else hear that? Hear it?
But I'm saying I was.
Could
sleeping,
nobody open their door to even like peep out or anything? We were like,
But I was sleeping alone. Like I'm not just gonna be like, let me go check it out. Like obviously
she's all,
I mean,
she's all under the bed.
everything was locked, and we're all next to each other. It was like a chin with like teeth. I'm like, no, it was crazy. But it didn't do anything. Like when I moved its hair, it was just like sitting there. Like
You know, I don't have nightmares. I don't have
but I wasn't
nightmares.
scared though. That's what I'm saying.
I don't dream of
I
demons,
guess you would
anything
consider
evil
it
ever.
a nightmare, but I wasn't scared. I was just like, what the fuck?
Right.
And then that was no, because I think I knew at that point, like Noelle, I knew I was dreaming. At that point,
Right.
like I knew. I'm like, oh
Okay,
shit.
you're
And then I
dreaming.
told myself, I said, wake up, wake up.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I know.
that's fine.
I know that when I go into a dream, I know I'm dreaming. So I'm like, oh, I'm in a dream. Like I can do anything I want. So I could fly in my dreams. Like I could like look into the sky and fly up like that. Shh. I could do somersaults, or I could turn into a torpedo like a train, and I could go straight ahead this way.
I love my flying dreams. It's so fun.
But I'm in complete control. That I'm dreaming, so I could literally go into the sky, in the clouds, and do somersaults, and then land on top of the houses. I could do so much stuff when I'm dreaming. I'm really alert when I'm dreaming.
You need the mic. You need the mic before you talk, Lenny.
Yeah, but I make decisions, but I don't know I'm dreaming. So like, I'll wake up really scared. Like I'll have dreams that like I was with somebody, someone got killed. So now I'm like, oh God, like oh fuck, cops are gonna be knocking any second. I'll wake up and I'm still thinking like, oh God, oh I'm going to jail. You know what I mean?
You're like, the knife's in my hand.
And so I don't know I'm dreaming at all, but I can still make decisions. Like the cops, where were you Sunday? Oh, I went to Wendy's and I got a 4 for 4.
A 4 before.
Yeah, they're like,
Favorite.
what'd you get, chocolate or vanilla? And I'm like, oh God, I gotta say chocolate.
I can meet people in my dreams, like people I'm really connected to. Like,
oh my God, I had a dream that, remember I told you that we were in this, I was with you at the beach somewhere and we were in the tsunami? I'm telling you, I've been having like crazy dreams.
wow.
And we were in a tsunami and it was like huge and we're like, oh shit. And we're
Wait, was
like,
that after we watched that marathon of tsunamis that night?
No, not at all.
Remember?
This was just a couple days ago.
Oh.
And I remember there's something we're like, hold on to whatever you can grab onto when you're, yeah. And then next we're like, get to higher ground. And I kept coming and then it was like trippy.
That sounds scary.
It wasn't scary. It was more like adventurous.
A tsunami was chasing us, but we weren't scared.
Wait, what? Oh yeah. What about the dreams though? That when your teeth fall out, those freak me out. I'm like, and I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I have my teeth.
Well,
Oh my
it's
God, I
all
have my
it's
teeth. I know.
in
yeah.
our family, or just people I know as well. Is anytime anyone loses a tooth, someone's gonna die. Someone like death is near, or someone or
Have
it's
you guys
happening.
ever had dreams like that? Anyone know?
I've had that.
Have you ever had your teeth
I
fall
had
out?
a bad dream of snakes. I dreamt that I was walking into a room and it started off with one snake. And then when I turned, I saw a bunch of them coming at me. And then when I turned back where that one snake was at, there were like a whole pile of snakes.
You should have Indiana Jones the Indiana Ella. And then she's like, and then I had my whip and my hat.
And you know what's, I told my aunt the next day, I was like, yeah, I dream about this. And she says that she's heard that when you dream of snakes is that you're going to get more information, that you're going to get some kind of information that's going to make you change your mind. And I said, really? I'm like, well, I did get some information. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, let me tell you something.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not sure if exactly it means that, but yeah, I dream of snakes.
I always Google after what everything means because I know it means something, so I always will Google it.
Yeah, no, definitely. You should keep a dream journal aside of your bed and write
I
them
don't
down.
keep the journal, but I'll just look it up and I'll just kind of like.
So also I used to have a dream journal in my 20s, and I used to do it all the time. So you also want to know if it's morning, afternoon, or night. If it's morning or night, is it in color? Is it in black and white? You're going to want to know if you can see people's faces, Because sometimes you think it's an energy, but you don't actually see the person's face. So there's so much little things that people
Yeah.
don't understand.
London has asked me like, well, who are you with? He's like, I know you know who you're with, but you don't want to tell me.
No,
And I'm like, I don't.
if you and you were dreaming, there's never a face. If
He's
you guys
like,
look,
and he's like, no, you're with a guy. He's like, what guy were you with?
if you're ever dreaming, you normally can't see people's faces. It's an energy. And if you ever thought about it, you really can't see someone's face.
So whose energy was he feeling? How deep did he go? How deep did he please?
What's his Instagram name? I'm gonna go look him up.
Like, so the energy is pointing to this Instagram name. Is that the energy you was feeling? Mike.
Oh, wait, have you guys ever had dreams? I have these a lot. And
Wait,
but
Noelle's wearing her mask. I just noticed when she's not talking.
oh, because I don't want to lose it because I'm like, I have to write a lift, so I'm like, I don't want to lose it. But no, so I have dreams where like I wake up and I obviously like I know I'm laying in bed and I can see all my surroundings, but there will be somebody over me on top of my chest holding me down.
Oh, it's what's it called?
And I have
paralysis. Sleep
and
paralysis.
I have those a lot, but you'll see literally somebody over you, like.
That's
Wait,
what they say.
those,
Sleep
that's,
paralysis.
those are demons.
And I hate
those are
in
demons.
Mexico they say like those are really like either demons are trying to get to you or like there's an actual real life
No,
spirit
it's
on
life.
top of you.
It's real.
So that's
Those are real.
and it's crazy. Like I don't have them a lot, but once a month, which will spook me, I'll be like,
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
What the fuck?
So once a month is like,
I haven't had any of that since I was little.
London's never in his
Never.
life had that happen.
really?
You're protected. Like you're hella protected.
I would freak out. I would go to like exorcist or something like that.
When I was little, I used to have nightmares. But I think like once I got in my teens, I've never ever had a.
Wait, how
Had a
about
nightmare.
how about Bunny? Our friend Bunny has nightmares every single night. Night terrors every night.
But she also has.
First of all, but Bunny, like,
She
she
has
like
dolls
invokes the
that
spirits.
are like
Hell no, hell
from
no.
1900s that are like
Yes.
demon possessed that she buys on purpose. Like
Yeah, she's told us, she's like, this
and she'll
doll
have like
is like
10
possessed.
watches horror
old
movies.
like clown dolls from like the 1900s, and then wonder why she has a fucking nightmare.
Wait, and she said she watches scary movies. She watches scary movies also every night before bed because she wants to get scared, she says.
It's kind of like I think it's almost like an adrenaline rush. Like it's
Oh.
like masturbating till you're gonna come and then you don't come.
What?
Like
You're having an able moment right now. We're like, what? No. He's like, not sexual.
It's sexual.
well, no, the feeling of being scared is like an adrenaline rush. It's like it's an adrenaline rush.
I know.
Which to me is sexual.
Somebody's like, so when you're scared, it's like you're gonna come.
Like when you're being choked right before you're gonna pass out, but then they stop and you're like, it's an addiction.
I don't agree with that, but okay.
By the way, that's illegal now.
Sorry, I'm in a very
She needs to get laid for Valentine's Day.
I've been in a very
please.
sexual mood lately.
Yeah, Valentine's Day, please. So we're back. We're on the dreams topic, everyone.
All right,
Just
so
tuning in on dreams.
I think the most, not crazy dream, just very interesting dream. And then I talked to Dad about this. Is that I have dreams with like long in-depth conversations with people I've never met.
Oh, yeah,
So
I remember
John,
you
which
guys
is
saying
my
that.
other uncle, I've had this since I was a teenager. And I talked to Dad. So basically, we're in front of the house that Dad used to live in East LA, and I'm sitting on the curb with his brother, and we're basically identifying just all the classic cars coming by. And I've told Dad this many times. He's all, I swear on my life, me and him used to do that for hours. We just sit on the curb, drink our sodas and chips, and we would just watch cars go by. And I hear his voice and everything like that, and I can look him in the eyes. And then I've had dreams, but not long conversations with Mom's dad. Jillian, yeah.
I love that name.
Grandpa
Yeah.
Juju.
And it took me a long time to figure out who he was, because he was, but I knew I was always comfortable with him. Like I never felt fear, never felt fear ever. And then for like finally, probably in my mid-20s, Mom showed me a picture, and I really looked at the picture, and I was like, wait a second, that's the guy that's in my dreams. Like that's the older man, because there's one. And it was with Dad or with Dad's brother. We're young. We're like teenagers.
Right.
And he's like a teenager, and we're doing that. And then that's been a reoccurring dream. And then I have had dreams with mom's dad, and he's just telling me stuff, just interesting things.
Well, a lot of that stuff, which when people talk about ancestry, like people say, "Oh, I will ask your ancestors for knowledge or wisdom," on, you know, because in our lineage, everyone's lineage of their family tree, like there goes back to, they always call it like karmic ties. So like if something happens to one of our like grandpa's grandpa or a great like those people are all called our ancestors, and those people have messages for us. So they come to us a lot. And obviously they can't come to us in person, but dreams is the easiest space for them to come speak to us and give us messages. So literally it's like you have the gift of, there's a lot of people aren't really knowledgeable of it, but I feel because we have a lot of Native American in us, and I know like I have a lot of certain gifts that I have my way, and Jasmine's obviously getting hers.
That's why we're so angry and hostile. It's the Apache blood that runs
So
through our
warrior,
veins.
we're like, "Rrr."
Seriously though,
Yeah,
that's
we
literally what
really
they're
are.
known for. They're like the fucking most angry. It's crazy.
Have you guys ever had dreams that somebody you know dies?
A lot.
Oh, yeah, all the
A
time.
lot, all the time.
But it doesn't mean they're actually
I've
gonna
never-
die.
Yeah, I know.
It means that like something about the person, right? It means like something in them. They're like changing.
Oh,
Some
wait,
part of
what was
them.
your question?
Just have you known, like, have someone died in your dream that you know?
Someone who died. Actually
Like someone in
died
your dream died? Or like, because I've had multiple people tell me I died in their dream. Like, bro, it's so crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You
Wait,
die.
have I ever had anybody die? I've never
Someone-
died in a dream. But no, I think I have, yeah. No, I think I've, like my mom. I think at some point, every one of my dreams has died once, and I'm like going crazy. But that's normal. That's
Yeah,
a
I was
normal
gonna say,
one,
because
yeah.
it freaked me out at first. I was like, oh my
But I've
God.
never had, I've been close to that, but I've never
Wait,
had
I had a
dream that I died ever.
Was it? Does this sound familiar? That I had a dream that you died.
Yeah,
And I was
you
with
told me.
Dad, and Dad literally was like lost it. Yeah, I had now. It just reminded me of that.
He would
He was like,
freak
"No, she
out.
He was like, no, she didn't. It was crazy.
Why, when you said you'd had a dream, Mom?
No, in my dream, that's how he was reacting.
How her dad was
He
reacting.
was
Like he
"You're
would
lying.
he
You're-"
would die
he was
if
like,
I
"You're
died.
lying."
Oh,
would freak out. I'm like his like.
And I was
No,
just
no.
standing there. I
Mother.
think I was just standing there like, but he was like, okay.
I'm like his like.
in my dream. This is all dream, guys. We're in dream mode right now.
But I felt like because like he really would, because I'm the caretaker. Like I'm the mom. Like I'm always momming and taking care of him. Like it's over 26 years. Like I'm always there. Like I'm always taking care. So I know in his head he'd probably like
lost.
he'd go crazy. Like go crazy.
Have you had a dream someone's passed away?
Never, no. But I've died in people's dreams multiple times.
What kind of dreams do you have? He's like,
Dude,
not,
I have a lot of
he's not
dreams.
related to not one of our.
No, none of you guys. I have dreams that I'll get like mad money. Mad money.
Yes.
I swear to God, I'll have pockets full of cash, pull it out, I'll be feeling it, touching it, I can smell it. Wake up, bro, because I'm like, God damn. Those are the worst dreams. Those are the worst dreams. I don't know if
Wait,
you guys ever had
can I
dreams
tell
like
you
that.
one of the
But
worst
that's my
dreams?
most reoccurring dream. And then the waves, too. I get big
You
waves.
should look up what the money one means.
Not much, trust me.
You've looked
Not
it up?
much.
Wait, can I say real
It's just a
quick?
dream,
When I was a
bro.
little girl, I used to have a nightmare, and the nightmare was I would go to Toys R Us, and I was told I can get anything I wanted, and then my dream would end.
Thank you. I have real
It
great
would
dreams.
end every single
Yep.
time.
I
I
have
never
real great
got to go
dreams like that.
shopping inside Toys R Us.
I have real great dreams like that, just
I'm
like
never
that, where
gonna
I'll pull off the
forget
lot Lamborghini. I knew it. I knew I could always do it. You know, you just always had to just believe in yourself, London. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh shit, my shit's gone.
One of my favorite dreams that I always would have just when I was a kid is like, oh my God, like I got a new puppy. And it was like the cutest puppy, and I'd be in bed with it, and I'd wake up, and
There was no
the
puppy.
alarm would go off for school, and I'd be like, oh, I'd be so sad. I'd be like, no, it's here. I'm like, it's
Dude, I know
real.
it is. I'm telling you, those
That
are
was
the
the
worst. Those are the worst dreams.
Especially as a kid.
Forget sleep paralysis, man. You ever thought you had 150 bands in one night?
No, I've never thought that, but I'm gonna dream that tonight.
I've had so many dreams all the time. That's my like most
I
common
love
dream.
it.
I had my
I've never
cousin
dreamed
told me
about
about a
money.
dream. He said he lived his whole life in one dream. He was like his
It's
brother
not a very
told
long
me.
life.
Yeah, no, his brother told me about it. He said I walked in one morning, my cousin was just like trembling. Like, what's wrong? He's like, I had a dream. They're all gone. He had a family. He had a wife. kids,
Trembling.
all in one. He was distraught.
I've had dreams that I've had multiple dreams that I've had babies.
Did you go through the whole pregnancy, or you just had a baby?
I don't think the
Because some
pregnancy.
people
I
could
think
have
I
like
just had
length
it.
of time dreams, and he said he lived like years, got a family, got married. Weird. Which makes you think: are
I
we
know
in
I've had
dream
dreams
right
that
now?
I've had babies.
And we're gonna
But-
wake up and
But
this
see,
never
it
happened.
doesn't mean you're gonna have a baby. It's so different.
No,
It means something.
when you're pregnant in a
birthing something
dream,
new.
it's a new ideas coming forth, a
You're
new
birthing something
season,
new that's-
something
yeah.
new is coming into your life. So it's
That's
like
why you got to look at
new
like, oh, you're gonna have
beginnings.
a baby. It just everything's different.
So-
So that's we believe in like the dream. What's it called? Like there's numerology, which is numbers.
it's
what's
like the
dreamology?
5D,
Dreamology? No,
like 5D,
is that what it's called?
fifth
the fifth
dimension.
dimension.
So reading like into what it means.
Yeah, well, the fifth dimension is it's the subconsciousness. So when you're conscious, when right now we're conscious. So when we're sleeping, we're gone into the subconscious, which you're able to access different entities, different powers, different beings, and angels, and everybody's able to contact you through your subconscious and speak to your spirit through that realm. So that realm is like the most precious realm. So I always feel like when I'm in that realm, like that's when you're able to like speak to your spirit guides, to your angels. They could come as different people in your family, but that's where like you're getting your messages from. Like if you're looking at it from a real spiritual point, is like what is a dream portraying to me? Because I know in my dreams, like where I'm at, like just spiritually, and the gift I've had is like if I'm dating somebody else or I'm seeing somebody else that's just as spiritual as me, and we have a really deep connection. Like if I was to be like, okay, meet me in my dream tonight, and then they tell me I can do it. Like I've probably like one or two people that I've ever been able to do that with, where I'll be like, I'll see you in the dream tonight, and he'll be like, I'll see you. And we both
Me and you,
both plan it,
tonight.
and we both plan it. So when we're sleeping,
You're
we're
gonna need to
actually
open your
in.
chakras a little
Let's
bit.
try that.
We're actually in our dreams
You're gonna need
together.
to
Let's
expand
do
your third
it.
eye a little bit.
Wait, I've dreamed about London though.
Well, that's different than meeting because he wasn't awake.
what I
Like
mean.
I've been able to
Like,
like,
yeah, I was dreaming about a whole nother bitch.
like I'll tell someone meet me in my dream, and we'll literally like we'll be in a whole nother realm. Like it's called the 5D,
Meet you at 7th and Main.
and we're
8 p.m.
literally
dream
there.
time.
And then in the next, like it just like you're on a whole different world, but you
I've also
connect.
had a dream that I've literally had a dream that there was an earthquake. I woke up when I was staying with you, like just last year, and there was right when I woke up an earthquake.
Oh.
Is that not weird?
Then you
Everyone,
might have visions.
Ella, Noeli, I had a dream just this past year, 2020, that there was an earthquake. I woke up and literally it was
Well,
an
it might-
earthquake.
it might-
It wasn't happening when I was
Oh.
dreaming. I woke up and then a little bit later, like literally like maybe like I don't know how long, like 10, 15 minutes later, earthquake.
So that's called clairvoyant. Like you had a vision before it happened.
Isn't that crazy though?
So clairvoyance, they see things before they happen.
No, it's like
It is. It's a clairvoyant. You see things before they happen, and then they happen.
That's so Raven.
So it's pictures.
That's so
vision.
Raven.
That's so Jasmine.
Yeah.
I do that. What's that ugly face she used to make? Like,
Yeah, there it is. Can we get
That's
a close-up?
interesting. If like you're clairvoyant, because I'm clairessence.
Yeah,
I
but it
feel
doesn't
things before they happen. I'll feel it. I'll know it.
that doesn't happen.
But the fact
often,
that she
like,
can
I have
see
this-
things.
I mean, it doesn't happen like
You've done
that.
it. You've done it too, though. You've done it before, though.
I've
things.
done it a couple of times where I'm like, oh shit, I dreamt about this and it happened.
So it could, yeah. So it's like a gift. The more you're aware of it, you'll be like, oh shit, I dreamt that happened. Like you'll start becoming more aware of it, like open to it.
Then it'll just happen when you're just walking down the street. But
Yeah, exactly. And you'll be
That's
like,
so
you'll kind of be like,
fascinating.
wait, that bus, we should watch out for it because I kind of see something. And then you'll like see the bus hit something. You'll be like, what the fuck? Like I saw it. And you'll be more and more aware every time it happens.
You know,
It
every time I
strengthens it.
think about something too, and if it's something bad, I'm always like, don't think about it, it's gonna happen. I always feel like that. I'm like, don't think about it. I'm like, don't think about it. I'm like, don't think about something else. I'm like, think happy thoughts.
Like everyone in my family, we all have like a gift for something. Some kind of like tree hugging thingy.
you guys need your own TV show.
I for sure think it's a Native American in us. For sure.
We have to do ayahuasca. Has anyone done that that's listening or watching?
That's definitely the downhill.
Has
yeah.
anyone done ayahuasca? No. Is it kind of like shrooms ish? Ish.
American drug that they take, and it like
Like shrooms.
Yeah.
It's supposed to take you through like a healing journey of your life.
But they do it.
Is that what you do? Is that what you do in the tiki?
Yeah, so they actually have like you can pay, and they have like actual like I don't know if you want to call it ceremonies, but there's like people that watch over you. You do like just the right amount, and you're supposed to have like I don't know this epiphany like coming. They don't give you that much, so I think they like measure it just right.
Like, motherfucker, give me some more. I need some more.
You're like I don't know. I'm just trying to get fucked up.
I'm trying to trip. No, but yeah, they have like drugs can do that. People have gone on like LSD and had whole life changing ideas, moments.
I had this other instance, and one time I was in Hawaii, and I was going zip lining, and I'm going zip lining, and there's like this older married couple, and he was next, and then they were like, yeah, they're like go, cause it was a small group, so we're all like talking to each other. I'm like, yeah, go, and I remember his name was Tony, and I was like, go Big T. I didn't ever met him before. I just felt like saying, go Big T. And he's like, what'd you say? I'm like, Big T. He's like, and he's older, like 50s, 60s. He's like, no one in my life has ever called me that except my dad, and he died when I was 5. And I was like, and he's like, that's so crazy. He's like, that's crazy. And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I just felt like saying like, yeah, go Big T. It was like, that was another time I won't forget.
And I told it too. Like, I'm like, you have a gift, because I know one thing with myself as well is people who passed. Like for some reason, I attract a lot of people who have lost loved ones, and the loved ones will speak through me to speak to them. So if they have like a mother who's lost, like all my best friends like have lost their mothers. People I've dated. I don't know. It's like people who lost somebody they love. Like for some reason, there's something like the person that's passed over will like. I'll like out of all the people in the room, like I'll gravitate to that one person and become their best friend, like a really good friend or something. And then I would end up finding out like they'll be like, oh, I lost so and so, and then I could feel them like their presence in me, like be there for them, love them, like take care of them, watch over them, like. And that's where I think the whole Mama D comes from. Where everyone I know, I think everyone in my life has lost somebody, and I can hear them, I can see them, I can feel them like very, very strongly. And when people are gonna pass away as well, I can always sense it. Like when I see things, and I'm like, ooh, person's gonna pass, and it's like almost like their spirits will always they'll always talk to me. So I've always had that.
I'm starting to think Jasmine's a psychic.
No,
Yeah. Clairvoyant.
Because remember when I was gonna go with Kev, and you were like, no, don't you? And then there was another.
When was the other time?
Whole bunch of stuff you're always calling. There's
She
no way.
sees
yeah.
it.
She
Like
sees
she'll
it.
have a feeling or see it ahead of time.
Yeah.
But I just call it intuition. Doesn't everyone have intuition?
Not well. There's a difference
Yeah,
between
sure.
intuition and having a gift. Like
I don't see it, but sometimes it's like a strong feeling, and I'm like no, and I'm like I can't. One time with him too, I'm like no, you just no, don't like stop all that, and he was like you're so against me, you're not didn't want this and that, and literally the next day, like the next whenever, I'm like I didn't even want to say I told you, but I'm like I just knew, I'm like it's a feeling, I can feel that it's just no good, like it's yeah.
Yeah, I've had that too. We had a time where her dad, she was just a baby, and I spent the night, and we were trying to work things out after like a year of not being together, and I'd already got a felony from a court case that he was involved in, and he had fled the country, and he came back home, and he was living like in a small little like studio apartment, and it was like our first night, and like I didn't live with him, but me and Jasmine spent the night that night. And I was like, I'm not going to get back with you. Like, you need to quit what you're doing. Like, that's not the lifestyle I want for me or my daughter. And he was like, I'll quit everything. And I was with him that night for the first time, like in his little apartment. And in the apartment, I'm like, you need to get rid of everything here. Like, he had a whole bunch of stuff that needed to be, right? I'm like, no, get rid of everything. If you want to be with me, like you want a family, like you're going to prove it. So we legit put everything in hefty bags. And we literally went like 3 cities over to like a random.
Like, can you say this on the thing?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
I already got convicted
Is
for
that
it, so
already
I'm
over?
good.
I'm like, is that still like okay?
And we legit like threw the evidence into like these big old trash bins, like behind 7-Eleven, like really far away. And then literally went to sleep. Probably got back like at 12 midnight or when she was like in her baby care or whatever, went to sleep. Shit you not, like 4:15 a.m. Bam, 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 bam. All the windows in the apartment, the front door were like, you already know, if it's a 4 o'clock in the morning banging on your front door, guys always are being raided.
I know.
Every single time.
It's the po-po.
You know, had it. I
It's
think,
the 12. What did they say? The 6? No.
12.
12. I'm like,
So I already fucking knew because mind you, I'd been arrested 5 times before that with him already. So I already know the 4 o'clock banging. Like I already knew what it was, and I was like, "Holy fuck! Thank God we got rid of it." Same thing. So they had like a SWAT team. I was like, "Bro, like we ain't no gang shit or no like armed robbery stuff." But they put me on the floor and they took her, and then it was yeah. But I had told him I had a feeling because his best friend came over the night before. And his best friend was like, oh, like, I don't know, his best friend seemed sketchy, but his best friend ended up ratting him out. And I told him when his best friend came, I'm like, I don't trust him. I'm like, there's something weird about him. Like, I'm
nobody,
telling you.
You better never rat me out.
I knew it, and I told him too. I'm like, this.
Kill London for you.
So like it seriously, it happened. Like thank God. Like I told him, I'm like, get rid of it. Like I'm not gonna spend the night. But I knew, I'm like, I'm your friends. I told him, like, watch him. Like you're the one that put me on game about people that rat you out. And he's like, he wouldn't. I'm like, I just saw the look in his best friend's eyes, and his best friend was asking him some really weird questions, and I was like, you put me on game. Like I'm not even from the streets, like other than what we've been doing. But I was like, how could you not sense it or feel it? I just knew it. And the night later that happened, and thank God I said that because he didn't get caught for anything that was there. It was prior stuff.
Cheers to that, guys. Coming from a family of criminal. That song hits different.
It's different.
Oh, I know. I was wondering. All right, let me go through this. I love that dream topic. Let me just like pick a quickie little. Okay. I have some other dotted questions here. Okay, if you were my age, would you be my friend?
Of course. I'd be
Don't
your best friend.
lie.
I really would. You're so funny. She's so funny and like positive. Are you kidding me? We'd be like best friends.
All right, so if I was your age, would I be your friend? I just see you so much as like a mom. That's why I'm like, I mean, I'd have to. I'd say yes because I'm sure as a friend you're more, friendly. You're so motherly. Of course. No, I would. Okay. Okay. Are you really proud of me?
Oh, you make me cry. Of course. You are my biggest accomplishment. And the other day, I did one of those questionnaires on my Instagram that said, ask me any question. And someone asked, what was your most proud moment? But I had like 60,000 photos. I was trying to find the one of your graduation. The first thing I thought of was, I'll never forget your graduation, like watching her go down the aisle. I thought, holy fuck, like 18 years, like I was in charge of this little human being going to school every day. Like,
I know.
and her getting the certificate was like, it was like my certificate. Like I was in charge of that, like I remember just thinking like that was like a huge accomplishment.
That's
that
gonna
she
be Ella. Wait, right when
expired.
your son. When's his graduation?
Oh, I'm telling you, it's like,
Hopefully by that time
it's
he'll
the
be able to
craziest
walk like
photo.
actually with. Are you gonna cry?
I know. No, it really is. You're just like staring at this human and you're just like 18 years of school and like, and it's honestly like, we're the moms. Like we took them to school. We studied with them. We fed them. Like everything was on us. And I was just like, that really is my biggest accomplishment is you. Always.
Thank you, Mama D.
And the thing is like, and even more above that is like, you have such a beautiful soul, such a beautiful heart. Like your essence is beautiful. So it's not just like, okay, well, I had a human, like, I mean, some kids are fuck ups, but like, you're just a genuinely beautiful, like soul, like you really are.
Thank you, Mama Diski. All right, was I an accident from you and Dad, or did you literally plan? Like, were you like, we're conceiving, let's keep trying, we're conceiving, like?
Well, your dad was the first person I slept with, only person
That was
for a
our
long
other
time.
question: is were you really a virgin when you met him?
Yes.
Had you even been like, can you say something fingered or anything like that before?
Well, no, things like that. Yeah.
Oh, you had?
Yeah.
Should have known. She was half a virgin, Dad. If you're listening, she was half a virgin. Had you given oral before that? I'm telling. How? she was not a full virgin.
No, I didn't.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't. I actually didn't even hear about masturbating until I was 18, like once I was married. I didn't even know about masturbating for girls.
So you were really a virgin,
Oh, yeah.
except for the fingers.
I was just
except for fingers.
super naive.
And then was I an accident?
I would say no because we used condoms the whole entire time, and we had like a little rough period, and we got back together, and it was kind of like, I was like, okay, like, I already knew like he didn't use a condom, and I was like, you don't have a condom, and he's like, no, and I was like, okay, like I already knew the consequences, and he knew the consequences, but I feel like your dad's so possessive and controlling, like he was like, I'm gonna make sure she's pregnant, she can't leave.
So it was like,
And I ended up getting pregnant from that one time not using a condom, and he came inside me, and I'm like, I told you to pull out, and he was like, oh, I hope you get pregnant, and I ended up getting pregnant.
so it wasn't an accident then. Was that
No, yeah, I was aware, yeah, that I was willing to take the risk. I consciously knew, because before that, I would have been like, don't put it in me. I said it 100 times before, like, no condom, no sex. So I already knew, yeah.
You sound like a health teacher. No condom, no sex. Do you still love Dad?
I love him with all my heart.
Do
I'm
you-
not in love with him, but
you-
I love him
Do you think okay?
as
do
like
you
a
think
brother, like
if
a
you guys
brother.
didn't have me, would you have still known him this long? or
Hell,
loved him this long?
Motherfucking no.
For
you
sure
fucking
not?
kidding me? Fuck that.
That was a quick switch, huh? She's like, fuck him.
That was so toxic. It was so toxic. It was like the worst relationship. Like I would never in my life ever. Anything that even that simulates like anything that triggers anything from that relationship, I'm out the door. Like I'm just so calm and loving now. Like anything like I can't do anything that's gonna upset me. I'm
I
out
looked
the
at
door.
Lyndon when he said, I'm so calm and loving. He went,
Today I am, but back then like he's just bad. Yeah, he was
All right.
bad for me.
now do you think he's hot still?
No,
Not one
I
bit
was gonna say
attract-
fuck no. That was mean.
Okay, but do
Sorry.
you think he's ugly? Like, butt?
No.
nasty, ugly?
I don't think that, but I don't think he's hot. But I
So,
hear
like,
people think
even
that.
if you're not attracted to him, do you think like, oh, he's a handsome, well-looking guy, fella? Or no, you're like, nah, he's lost it, everything.
I thought that for a long time until recently. All your friends are like, "Oh, he's so hot," and I was like, I haven't looked at him like that in a long time.
All right,
but I do think he's a good-looking man for being older.
I gotta ask the ladies.
All right.
Do you guys have the mic? Do you think? Wait, you've seen my dad, right?
I've never met him, but I've seen his Instagram.
Okay. Do you think
Okay.
he's good-looking?
So yes, he's good looking. And honestly, when I would picture Mama D and him side by side, they look like such a hot couple.
Everyone
Like
says
crazy hot.
that.
And I could understand why you're so beautiful, Jasmine, because I'm like, dude, come on, like look at your parents. They're so hot.
No,
And you
anywhere
came
we
out
went,
super
anytime we
hot.
went anywhere, people would be like, "Oh my God, you guys are such a beautiful
They all want
family."
them to get
They would look
back.
at all of us. They'd be like, "Oh my God, you guys like make the best looking couple." We're like, "We're not together." But we
Yeah,
made her.
you guys do. I was like, damn, you
Yeah.
guys look so hot together.
So on that note, get back, Mama D.
So I need someone who looks just like him.
Wait, imagine this is like I'm like, now we have a guest person coming in. Dad, why don't you come on out here?
I've been trying to get him on my podcast so bad. Okay, when we get him drunk, he's
Yeah, he
fucking
will be-
funny.
he will
Like
be down.
he's like, but sober, he's such a freaking rigid, frigid, stubborn
Rigid,
person.
frigid.
Like he would be so boring, but like I can't get him on the show. But when he's drunk, he'd be like, I'll do it. And I'm like, but when he's sober again, he's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to talk about my business. But if he's drunk, are you kidding me? He's like Jasmine, like just funny. Like he's so funny.
And we talk a lot.
He looks
Yeah.
like you,
Oh,
Jasmine. He
oh my
looks
God.
like you.
I know. we
I
talk a
swear
lot.
it was Thanksgiving. Okay, so I've been stuck with him in the holidays. So, dear soulmate, wherever the fuck
And
you are,
honestly,
can you hurry the fuck up? Because I'm stuck with her dad
She's
every
probably
fucking
gonna
holiday.
be with him on Valentine's too, guys. If you don't save her now.
No, every holiday we always spend with each other, obviously, because we spend it with her as well. But Thanksgiving, he didn't have no plans, right? So he was going to see her, and she
see
just
us too.
and she just left. So he was like, he had nowhere to go. So I was like, fuck it, like I guess I'll do Thanksgiving for us. But
Fun.
legit, like he talks so much, and mind you, like our connection's so off. Unless I'm drunk, he has to get me drunk. Like he always has to get me drunk to get me like to be nice to him and cool. But
And
Thanksgiving,
kiss on the lips.
no, we don't.
And
So
he'll
then-
stick tongue in, and she goes with
She's
it.
such a lot. She's okay. She's fucking with you guys. She wishes.
I promise you, look, that thing
So
crossed.
Thanksgiving, like I swear to God, from the morning he got there till the nighttime he drank, I swear to God, I think I said one sentence. He talked the whole, and he was talking to himself. Like I was like
Wait,
on my
that's
phone, I was
kinda-
cooking. He
kinda
was just
like-
talking and talking. Like, I didn't even make eye contact
In a
with him.
good way,
And I
like
don't
Ella.
remember one thing he said. Nothing. Like he's not even conscious that I'm not listening. He just wants to talk. And I'm like, did you not know? Like, he didn't ask me one question. How are you? How was your day? Like, what's you been doing in your life? He never asked me everything. It's always about him.
Hey, do you? Is it weird that I'm an adult now? Is it weird that I'm an adult?
You know what? It wasn't because I didn't think you were adult until you moved out.
Really?
And you got when she got her first apartment, then I was like, holy shit, she's an adult. That's the first time I thought that. I actually before that I was like,
Oh, that's
she was
kinda
still
rude.
jazzy. Like she's still jazzy. But now I feel like, oh, like you have your own place, like you're paying your own bills, like you're going to the market, like what the heck, like you're doing big girl stuff. So to me, I had now I'm like, it is weird.
You still treat me like a kid.
Well, I'm always am. But it's the first time I ever thought of you as like, oh, she's like an adult now.
Do you judge me for any choices I make?
Never.
Okay. Did a kid stop you from reaching some of your goals? Having a kid.
No. No, honestly, like my only thing I wanted when I was little was to have a family. I just wanted to be married and be loved and have kids and like be a housewife. Like that's like I mean I wanted to be a movie star, but like the one thing the
You are a
most thing
movie
I
star.
wanted,
You are a movie star.
like the most thing I ever wanted was just to be with like happily married with a family like that. Like I wanted a family so bad. So no, I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
2 more questions. 2 more preguntas.
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 You said it good.
How long did it take to lose your baby weight when you did have me? Way back when.
Actually, I lost weight during my pregnancy.
So, but wasn't your stomach skin loose after you had me? Like, like when you
Yeah,
had to,
yeah,
like,
I had loose skin.
so how long till like snap back? Or
Oh, my skin never snapped back. Remember?
oh,
I had,
stayed,
yeah.
huh? So you were skinny as heck, and you had like a loose.
Yeah, so
belly?
I weighed like 127 when I got pregnant.
Wow, that's so
And after I had Jasmine, I ended up at 116.
Oh my god, I'm 157 right now.
So I had got really sick my whole pregnancy with her. Like I was never hungry ever. So like I'd have like a hard-boiled egg in the morning, and then I'd cut up fruit for dinner for afternoon, and that was it. Like I was always sick. So I was
we
never
gotta get
hungry.
on that diet plan starting now.
So like I was always nauseous. I was never hungry. Like everything made me want to throw up. Everything, and I threw up almost every day for 9 months. It was a yeah.
Hell no.
So I ended up becoming like really flaquita. So when I think I only gained like 18, 19 pounds.
I think that there's a condition for that, right? Isn't there some kind of condition like when you lose weight instead of gaining weight for
Yeah.
the baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it took me. I think I was like at 116 for like another
Oh.
3 or 4 years. I could
Then
not
you
gain
lost-
weight.
Oh yeah, I remember. And then
I
people
lost
thought
all
you were
my
on
tits,
drugs.
all my ass, and everyone was like, "Are you doing drugs?" And I was like, "No, I don't even drink. Like, what the fuck? Like, how? I didn't start drinking until I was like 21. So like when I had her at 17, like I didn't even drink ever. I just could not gain none of my weight back. I was just like super like
So you were
deathly skinny.
the rare instance of
Yeah.
not gaining weight. Okay.
I'm hoping it's like that this next time I get pregnant.
I actually think a lot of skinny girls who do get pregnant and gain a little bit of weight and like have their baby, I like the way they look after with like curves and weight. They
Yes.
look like more
Womanly.
supple and like I don't know, everything gets a little more curvaceous on them. Which I'm not saying, I'm not shaming no body types, but I guess it sounded like that. But I love every body, but still, I love the curvy bodies too.
Yeah.
Last one. Is there a real person under the mom armor? All the mom, like protection in the heart. Is there like a real person under there? All the toughness that's.
Of course. I think that's where the toughness comes from. If I didn't care, I wouldn't be so hard on you. I'd be like, whatever, like, let her do whatever the fuck she wants, because I didn't care. But it's because I care, like, I'm so, like, rigid and so stiff because I want, like, the best. For you and my girlfriends, because even my girlfriends are, like, sometimes, like, if they're in a bad relationship, I'll be like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. It has nothing to do with I don't love you. It's just, like, I can't control it. Like, I just want to make sure everybody's, like, their best and the happiest they could be. So I'm, like, my tough love means I fucking love you. It's when I stop being tough and I just don't give a fuck. Like I really Mommy just don't care. Right? If I'm just like, go ahead, whatever you want. Go ahead. You're like, oh shit, like, I just don't care. Like, with her dad, I'm like, do whatever you want. I don't care. I really don't.
That was the perfect note to end it on, Mama D. Oh, also, do you know how much I love you? That's the last question. Air huggy. We'll hug after. Oh, I'm like, can we move this? Love you, Mama D. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for the mother and daughter duo show, Fresa show. See you next Thursday, 7 p.m. Hit us up
Subscribe.
on Instagram. Yeah,
Subscribe. Forward this to a mother, daughter that you know, or anybody that heard a message tonight that you
Thumbs
think
up.
this would be seen. And get a dream journal.
That you think what?
Needs to be heard.
You
See
said
this.
something weird.
Seen. I think it says seen.
Okay, love you all. See you next week. Hit us on Instagram